Yo guys, how's it going? It is JT Judgment here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are watching this video, and welcome back to the channel guys for something a little bit different today. Today guys, I'm going to be bringing you my top 10 card designs throughout the entirety of WWE Supercard. Now I'm trying something a little bit different today guys, bring you something a little bit different compared to the content that I usually bring. So if you guys do enjoy it and you would like to see more possible top 10s, I'm not sure what other top 10s I could do, but I'll wrap my mind around it, I'll think of something, and if you guys want to see it, then I'll definitely try my best to get some more of those out. But today guys, we're going to be going through my top 10 best card designs throughout the entirety of WWE Supercard. Now, I've been around since Season 1, so I've seen pretty much every card design that has come and gone in WWE Supercard. There's quite a few of them that I really liked, and I'll go through them in just a second for you guys. But before we get on to that, I've got a Team Battleground pack to open, so I thought I might as well throw this into the video as well for you guys. So we're going to jump straight into that pack guys. It was a very easy Team Battleground once again, as you can see, beating them by more than 10,000 points, which is what I like to see. Maybaker, it's just how it goes, you know. Claim rewards. Hopefully we can get ourselves a Titan card from this Team Battleground pack guys. Come on, keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we can start things off with a very good card. Boom, we managed to get two monsters and a beast this time. Thank God it's not two beasts and a monster, you know. Thankfully we haven't got the absolute worst we can get, but it's still not a Titan guys, unfortunately. Chris Jericho is a new beast image, thankfully. Randy Orton is a pro. Roderick Strong, I think, is a pro. I'm not 100% sure guys, bear with me while I go into my card. No, card discovered, Roderick Strong. I don't need to check now because Roderick Strong is a brand new monster card for my catalogue. So that's the Team Battleground pack over and done guys. Let's jump into the main aspect of this video, my personal top 10 card designs in Supercard. Okay guys, so moving into the list now, and coming in at number 10 in my list guys, we're going to be taking a card from Season 2 in the form of Wrestlemania tier. That's right guys, the Wrestlemania tier from Season 2 is my number 10 pick of the best designs, or my favorite designs in Supercard. I'm using Stone Cold Steve Austin as an example because he's always been one of my favorite superstars of all time, so I'm using him as an example. His picture on the card isn't really the greatest, I will admit, but obviously you have the option of changing images, and what I have done guys, if I show you guys the pro version of the card right about now, it just makes the card look so much damn better, and obviously having the option to change his image makes him look that much better. But pretty much all the designs are awesome. A lot of the WrestleMania cards have some pretty decent images, but this one in particular guys, just because I'm a massive Steve Austin fan, his throwback image, as you can see on the screen, with the energy or whatever we want to call it moving in the background, the design as a whole just looks fantastic, and it definitely deserves to be in my top 10. Moving on now guys to my number 9 spot, and we're going to be staying in Season 2 as well as Wrestlemania tier, and we're going to be taking a look at guys my number 9 spot, which is the Money in the Bank Roman Reigns. Now I do realize Seth Rollins also has a Money in the Bank card, but Roman Reigns' card is so much better in my opinion. The picture is so much better, and it's definitely guys one of Reigns' best images in the game. The way he's holding the title belt as well as the Money in the Bank briefcase, it just looks awesome guys. It blends in with the card very well, and then you pro the card guys, and it just looks so much damn better. You know, the way the colors move in the background, the lights are swaying, you can see the dollar signs moving, just everything about it guys, it just looks fantastic. You know, in my personal opinion, one of the best designs in the game. If you've played the game long enough to see this card for yourself in the game and you have the pro of the card, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below, and whether or not it would be in your top 10 list of the best card designs in Supercard. So moving on now guys to my number 8 pick of the best card designs throughout the entirety of Supercard, and we're going to be moving away guys from Season 2 and moving into Season 3 for this pick in the form of the Ultimate tier. Now which one do you choose, I hear you ask? Well, it's not the NXT version and it's not the SmackDown version. It is indeed the Raw Ultimate card, or the Raw Ultimate design that I have gone for. I just think it looks fantastic, guys. The way the red works in the background. I've used Seth Rollins as an example because it is one of my, you know, personal top images of Seth in the game, and it just looks fantastic, you know. I mean, and then you go ahead and pro the card, and the way the fiery flames move in the background, as well as the, you know, the lights flickering or swaying in the front of the card just above the Raw brand logo. I think it just looks fantastic. You guys are seeing it on the screen. If you guys are watching this video and you've been playing the game long enough to, you know, play through Ultimate Tier, if you disagree with this choice, let me know which version of Ultimate Tier is your favourite. I'd be very, very interested in hearing that. But definitely, guys, when I made this list, I had to choose the Ultimate Tier, the Raw version, that is. I had to put it in the list somewhere because I personally like a lot of movement in the Pro versions of cards. And I think with this card design, there's a lot of movement when you pro the card, and it's movement that I like. You know, it's a very, very, very nice card design, and it definitely deserves to be in my list. So let's move on to number 7 in my list now, guys, and we're going to be going all the way back, guys. That's right, we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane. For those of you that have been playing since Season 1, you may not have seen this card for a very, very long time. It is, if I'm not mistaken, the very first event card to be added into WWE Supercard in the form of Brock Lesnar. It was the very first event, I do believe, which was a PCC. For those of you that have been playing, you know, not that long, you won't have a clue what PCC is. If you guys want to have more information on PCC, then I'm sure you can find out on different videos. I'm not going to go into full detail now, otherwise I'll just take too long rambling. But this is the card design, guys, that was added into PCC back in Season 1. And looking at the, you know, the single, it looks okay, but then you pro it, guys, and it just looks so much better. You can see the, you know, the lights flickering in the background, and on top of that, guys, it's one of Brock Lesnar's better images, in my personal opinion. Supercard, you know, or Cat Daddy, unfortunately, don't like to add images with superstars holding the belt, and that in itself, guys, it just makes the card look so much better, because images of superstars holding title belts are so rare and very few to come by. So, you know, to have a Brock Lesnar card back in Season 1, it was awesome to see at the time. And it is highly likely, guys, that, you know, the nostalgia factor is coming into play a lot with me here. It's probably not in, you know, the list of a lot of people's best card designs in the game. When I look at the card, guys, it just reminds me of playing back in the day in Season 1, and I just really like the design of it. You know, the gold design, the diamonds in the corners, the way the lights flicker in the background, one of Brock Lesnar's better images. Guys, it's got to be in my list, you know, it's definitely got to be in my list. So that is number 7, guys. Let's move on to number 6. Okay, guys, so moving on to number 6 in my list, guys, and we're going to be staying in Season 1 with another PCC card that came quite a while after, guys, the Brock Lesnar that we just saw. We're going to be looking at, guys, now the John Cena PCC card. You can see, guys, on the screen right now. One of the reasons, guys, not only the nostalgia factor, I will admit, is coming into play slightly with me here, guys, but I can remember one of the reasons I love this card so much is back when this was added, we had a run of events or PCCs where we had the same design over and over and over again. It's pretty much happening to this day with Supercard, I do know. But then, you know, Cat Daddy, out of nowhere, came out with this card design. It was a PCC John Cena versus Rusev, and thankfully John Cena did win. You guys will be seeing the pro version on your screen right now. You can see, you know, the American flag swaying in the background. The fact that Cat Daddy just came out of nowhere with a brand new card design, it surprised everyone, I think. And at the time, I heard a lot of people saying, not only in YouTube videos but on Twitter, that they love this card design and this is one of their favorite card design. A lot of cards have come and gone since then, guys, so it may not be one of their best card designs right now, but for me, guys, when I look at this card, I can just remember, you know, playing that PCC, really wanting to get the card and then proing it and loving the design. I've still actually got the card in my, you know, my locker room. I still haven't deleted it, guys. I love it that much. I just love the design, guys. The blue outline, the American flag in the background, John Cena's, you know, holding the title belt. belt. It's just a fantastic card. It's a fantastic design all in all, guys, and it definitely deserves to be number 6 in my list. Now, to move on to number 5 in my list now, guys, we're going to be going away from Season 1, and we're going to go into Season 2 for the Wrestlemania Fusions. That's right, guys, the Fusions is what take up my number 5 spot, the Wrestlemania ones in particular, and I'm be using Stone Cold Steve Austin, guys, as another example. Apologies for, you know, the cut off for this design. It's very, very difficult to get, you know, an image of the Fusions because, you know, the outline of these designs is very, very difficult to edit, so I had to cut that out, unfortunately, but you will be able to see it in the Pro version that I show you guys in a second. The way the electricity looks in the background, and like I said, when you have the single of this card, the border of the card itself is always moving, and I personally like I said earlier, a lot of movement in my, you know, my cards in general, guys. So I'm going to show you the Pro version of the card coming up on your screen right about now. Now, when it comes to Stone Cold Steve Austin in particular, his fusion image is actually one of the worst images of himself in the entire game, but thankfully you do have the ability, as we all know, to change the images. So what I've done, guys, I've changed his image, and as you can see on the screen, this is what the Pro version does look like. A much better image of Austin, and then you Pro the card, guys, and as you can see, like the electricity moving in the background, the effect that fusion has on the images, just moving back and forth, flashing like that, as well as the border of the card design itself. I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I like a lot of movement in my Pro designs in particular, and there is a heck of a lot of movement with this card. And not only that, guys, is Stone Cold Steve Austin one of my favorite superstars of all time. That just makes it so much better, guys, for me personally anyway, you know. So that is what takes up my number 5 spot, guys. We're going to be moving swiftly on now to the number 4 spot, and we're going to be moving back yet again to Season 1 in the form of the Survivor PCC card design. As you can see, I'm using Steve Austin yet again as an example, but there were multiple cards, guys, back in Season 1 that had this card design. I believe there was a Hulk Hogan card, there was a Rock card, there was a Sting card, there was a Mr. Perfect, a Tito Santana. There were so many cards, guys, that had this card design, but there's something about it. I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is, but there's always been something about this card design that's made it stick out for me. You know, the way the red moves in the background. Unfortunately, I don't exactly have a Survivor Pro version to show you guys, but what I do have is actually a legendary PCC version Pro that I can show you. So I'm going to be showing you guys the Andre the Giant for a second. If you just look at how the red moves in the background, this is exactly what happens with, you know, the Stone Cold Steve Austin card or whatever other card from the Survivor PCCs that you want to choose from. Just take the red design from this Andre the Giant card, move it over to the Stone Cold Steve Austin card that I'm using as an example in this video, and you have the design, you know, the Pro design of the Survivor PCC cards back in Season 1. It was just awesome, guys. I love how the red moved in the background. The diamonds on the bottom of the card, it just looked awesome for me, you know. Just in my personal opinion, it's always been a card design that has stuck out in my mind since I saw it back in Season 1. Unfortunately, I didn't play enough back then to get a Pro version because you have to get so many points and play so damn hard to get a top 5 Pro card. It was just unbelievably difficult, guys. Unfortunately, I missed out on it, but hey-ho, there are a couple of singles that I did manage to get. So that makes up my number 4 spot, guys. Let's move on now to number 3. Okay, guys, so moving into my number 3 spot, guys, and we have a card that if you have seen it, I understand there may be quite a few of you that haven't seen this card design, but if you are somebody that's watching this video and you have seen this design and you know what the Pro version looks like, I will be very, very, very surprised if this card is not in your personal list of the best designs in the game. We're going to be sticking with Season 1, guys, in the form of the legendary PCC Dean Ambrose, the Hell in a Cell version, I do believe it was. This card design is just absolutely fantastic. You know, I don't think I've heard anyone say that they don't like this design. I mean, if you look at the single, you can kind of get a gist of what the Pro version is going to be look like. You know, you've got the, you know, the Hell in a Cell, or you can see the cell in the background of the card. You've got the flames in the background, and not to mention, guys, it's easily one of Dean's better images that he has had throughout the entirety of WWE Supercard. But thankfully, guys, I have the ability to show you the Pro. I'm going to be showing you guys on the screen right about now. You can see the flames, it's just an insane looking card. The fire, you know, moving in the background, it just makes this card look so freaking awesome. You know, I can remember back in Season 1, this card was just insane. And yeah, guys, I mean, there's not really much else I can say about this card design, you know. I mean, I love it to bits as much as I did back when it came out. A lot of other people do as well. I'd be very, very interested in hearing your thoughts. If you like the design, if you don't like the design for whatever reason, let me know in the comments section down below as we move on swiftly to number 2 in my list. Okay, guys, so we're getting close now. We're getting close to seeing what my absolute favorite card design is within WWE Supercard. But before we reveal the number 1 spot, guys, let's see what I've got for number 2. And we are going to be slotting in the Hall of Fame card design, specifically the WrestleMania 33 version of the Hall of Fame cards that were introduced, I believe, in Season 3 of WWE Supercard. Now, I'm using Eddie Guerrero as an example because not only is Eddie one of my favorite superstars of all time, I think it just looks insane. You know, the WrestleMania 33 version of the Hall of Fame cards is by far the greatest. I mean, SummerSlam 17 looks nice. I do actually like all of the Hall of Fame designs, but the way the colors work, the purple and blue, they just work with the WrestleMania 33 design. You know, unfortunately, I don't have you know, any Hall of Fame pros that I can show you guys. I'm sure you'll be able to, you know, watch some other videos on YouTube and be able to see what the pro version or what the pro animation does look like with these Hall of Fame cards. But me personally, guys, especially with not only WrestleMania 33 tier, but with the Eddie Guerrero card, you know, it just looks so damn good. And I have seen, guys, particularly with Eddie Guerrero, with his Hall of Fame version, his throwback image on his Hall of Fame card actually does make the card look so much better. So that is my number 2 spot, guys. Pretty much all of the Hall of Fame tiers can fit into my number 2 spot because I do actually like all of the Hall of Fame designs. But if I had to choose, you know, the best tier design within the Hall of Fame cards, then it would absolutely be the WrestleMania 33 tier, guys. But that's just my opinion. If you have different opinions, that is totally fine. Let me know in the comment section down below once again on your thoughts on that. And it is time, guys, to reveal my number 1 spot, guys. We're going to be moving on and showing you guys my favorite card design within WWE Supercard. Can you guess what it is, guys? I have actually mentioned it in a couple of my latest videos. It was a card that I've been trying to get since Season 2 pretty much. And yeah, guys, I was so happy when I finally got it. It is the throwback card, not only of Eddie Guerrero, but the throwback card design in general of pretty much all of the cards from Season 2 onwards. Just looks fantastic. I do realize that there were throwback cards in Season 1, but I was never really a fan of either the single or the pro design of those cards. But they switched things up, guys. Cat Daddy switched things up with a throwback design in Season 2 onwards, you know, and they just look absolutely fantastic in my personal opinion. The way the lights move in the background, as well as the thunder, you know, crashing every now and again. You guys will see, I mean, I'm using Eddie Guerrero as an example yet again, because whenever I can use Austin or Eddie as an example, let's face it, guys, I'm going to do it, because they're some of my favorite, if not my favorite superstars of all time. Eddie Guerrero's throwback is without a doubt my favorite card in the entire game. But like I said, you know, the throwback design on any card Season 2 onwards just looks fantastic. You know, it's just my personal opinion on it. The throwback design is my favorite throughout the entirety of WWE Supercard. And that is going to wrap up, guys, my list of the top 10 card designs. My god, guys, I'm out of breath doing all this editing. So let's go through it, guys, just to run through my favorite designs. At number 10, guys, we have got the WrestleMania tier from Season 2. Number 9, guys, we got yet another Season 2 WrestleMania card in the form of Roman Reigns' Money in the Bank. For number 8, guys, we're going to be moving to Season 3 in the form of Seth Rollins and the Raw Ultimate tier. Not specifically Seth Rollins, but pretty much all of the Raw Ultimate cards look fantastic. Moving to number 7, going back to Season 1, the very, very early days of WWE Supercard in the form of the Legacy Legendary PCC Brock Lesnar Gold and Diamond design. Then for the number 6 spot, guys, we're going to be sticking with Season 1 in the form of the Blue Extreme Rules John Cena PCC American Flag design. Then for the number 5 spot, guys, we're going to come to Season 2 in the form of the WrestleMania Fusions. Then, guys, for the number 4 spot, we're going to go back to Season 1 yet again in the form of the Survivor PCC card design. And then for number 3, guys, we have got the Legacy Legendary Season 1 PCC Hell in a Cell version of Dean Ambrose. Coming back to Season 2, guys, we're coming all the way back from Season 1 to Season 3 in the form of the Hall of Fame card designs. And then finishing things off, guys, at the number 1 spot, my favorite card design of all time within WWE Supercard is the throwback card design. Specifically, or in particular, my favorite is the WrestleMania ones, you know, in particular. So that right there, guys, is going to wrap up this video, and this is my list, guys, my top 10 card designs within WWE Supercard. This is my opinion, guys. Yours could be completely different, and that is what makes this interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys, in the comment section down below. Do you agree with any of my card designs, my choices? Do you disagree with them? Again, use the comment section down below. I would be very, very, very interested in hearing your thoughts and hearing your guys' opinions on what is your favorite designs throughout the entirety of WWE Supercard. And that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you did enjoy, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you enjoy the content and you would like to see more. And as always, guys, most importantly, please take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.